Welcome back. Now, the Human Rights Commission will be hosting a national conference to mark 110 years since the passing of the Natives Land Act tomorrow. The legislation saw thousands of black families forcibly removed from their land by the apartheid government. Over the years now, the Human Rights Commission has undertaken several interventions on the subject through public hearings, resolving individual complaints and engagement with relevant state departments. Let's speak now to Commissioner Jonas Sibanyoni, joining me right here on Newslink. And thank you so much, Jonas, for your time. A very warm good morning to you. What is the significance of this conference? Surely it will not only be a talk shop. There's certain desired key outcomes that you're hoping to achieve, also marking 110 years of natives being forcibly removed from their land. But for you, what's the significance of the conference?
The significance, Tumelo, good morning, and to your viewers as well, is because it has now been 110 years since the dispossession of land. And then, but apart from the dispossession, with the dawn of democracy, we've got a legislation, the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa Act, Section 25, which specifically provides that persons or communities who are dispossessed of land will be restored their land. And if the land is unable to be restored, alternatively, there will be redress. Now, the significance, to answer your question, is to what extent has this restoration taken place, or the redress has been taken place. And then we are reflecting on the organs of state, because when one looks to the Constitution, in the preamble, it is said that the Constitution is adopted so as to enable the organs of the organs of the state to ensure that the past discrimination is corrected.
Right.
In other words, it says to heal the divisions of the past and establish a society based on democratic values, social justice, and fundamental human rights. Now, we want to answer that question to say, has that been done or not?
In your view, has that been done, Jonas? In your view, have any measures been taken towards the redistribution of land in South Africa?
The answer is it has not been done, Tumelo, because the latest land audit shows that in South Africa, whites possess 72% of land, followed by colored 14% of land, and Indians 5% of land. But insofar as Africans is concerned, it is only 4%. So it has not been done.
You, as the SA Human Rights Commission, I mean, you've made quite a number of recommendations to government in terms of land reform. Just perhaps give us more context in terms of, what are some of those recommendations, what they include, not only to government, but as opposed to other key role players in this regard.
The South African Human Rights Commission in the past has held some inquiries and came up with some reports. And then in those reports, there are recommendations to say the government should take steps to redress this. But now we are not happy, or we are not satisfied that the steps that have been taken has moved towards redressing these injustices of the past. And we're expecting that what the Human Rights Commission has found and gave as the recommendations or directives will be implemented, and then they have not been implemented to the satisfaction.
We'll leave it there, Jonas, but thank you so much for joining me. Wishing you a successful conference, quite a significant one, marking 110 years of the Natives Land Act, reflecting on measures taken towards the redistribution of land in South Africa. Jonas Sibanyoni telling us there, as the Commissioner, that not much has been done, especially after years of providing those recommendations to government and other key stakeholders and key role players in this regard. Just before I take you to an ad break, we understand that former Minister of Public Service and Administration, Geraldine Fraser-Moleketi, who also serves on the UN Committee of Experts on Public Administration, will also provide a keynote address, as well as other renowned speakers. This taking place at Birchwood Hotel right here in Gauteng from the 30th to 31st of August to try and delve into this very important conversation. Thank you so much to Commissioner Jonas Sibanyoni from the SA Human Rights Commission.